White shirts on the pitch, running fast through the night. Every heart beating loud under floodlit sky bright. So to London stand strong, in the stand they belong. Voices echo like thunder, to the club they sing along. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. King's fire in his eyes, glory's what he seeks. With every goal he flies, rising to new peaks. From the lake to far and wide, with the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. The pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. With all our might. With all our might.
Hello and welcome to THFC Tonight I Homes on the Past, Present, and of course an exciting future under Ange Postecoglou. And this is, of course, the Monday night news show. It is Daniel Levy backs Ange to succeed. Ange has got 100% backing from the board. They are going to see him through this project, and Ange Postecoglou is the man to take us forward. No more talk of sacking managers, no more talk of sacking Ange. Ange is not going anywhere. Ange is here. Ange is here to stay. We're going to go through some of the news of the latest transfer rumours as well, little bits that I've got off my source, and just really have a bit of a discussion on football in general and on Tottenham in general, where we are. We've got a big week coming up as well. So we're going to go over some of the games that got coming up for the rest of January and how many points or games do you think Tottenham will win. Players coming back, of course, with Richarlison and Mikey Moore are back training this week. The new goalkeeper, Anthony Kinksey, has been given his work permit and he is eligible to play for Tottenham against Liverpool. So will he start? Let me know what you guys think. Or do you think Brandon Austin deserves to start as well? So we're going to talk through that and basically get ready for a big week in Tottenham, a big footballing week. Big games coming up. Big games coming up in the next sort of 7 to 14 days. We've got the North London Derby Wednesday week. We've got the FA Cup on Saturday. We've got Liverpool tomorrow night. We just got so many big games and games. We've got a Europa League game in the middle of that as well, against away to Hoffenheim, a game we have to win as well to keep us in of a chance of qualifying automatically for the round of 16 instead of going into the playoffs in January, which really will put extra games on us that we don't need. And we're going to talk about, as I said, the transfer rumours, players who we're thinking of going after, what I've got of my source, a little bit from Give Me Sport as well, from theirs, and a little bit stats and statistics around some of the players we're looking at as well. So it gives you a little bit of an insight of why Tottenham are looking at these players and why we're rumoured to be looking at these players as well. But big up to everyone. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscription button if you can as well. Just very quickly before we start, I want to give this a big plug as well, if we can get this out of the way. Of course, we are plugging our channel sponsor, Private Internet Access, the best VPN around. Of course, if you're doing your normal work on your computer between you and your internet, hackers, court, government, and corporate people can buy all the stuff off you. But if you use our VPN, the one we use from Channel Access, it stops all them. They can't take jack shit from you. They cannot take a jammy dodger from you. You can use it on your phone as well. So you can say you could be sitting in your home here in Ireland, and I could say I could be somewhere in America watching America. But you can also transfer it to using your laptop as well, which is great. And it works on all these providers from Netflix to Disney Plus to everywhere you can do your banking. Everything is secured and it works on all mobile devices and all these Netflix, Max, Prime Video, the lot. You can use it in all your devices as well, from your Xbox to your PlayStation to your internet TV. And one person in the house, if they have it in the house, everyone has it in the house. Big Up is used all over the world, from USA to Morocco. Your IP address, of course, is hidden as well, and it's kept safe. And of course, they do get rid of everything you do digitally. They've got 30 million subscribers as well, guys, and they've got 4.5 stars. Trustpilot rated excellent. That is our channel sponsor, Private Internet Access. The link is in the description below. It's €45 for 2 years, 4 months free on top of that. All you got to do is do that and put in the promo code THFC, I think, if it's not been put into the chat, THFC, till I die, all one word, and that will give you for €45, guys. It is a very good offer, and then you will never have blackout Saturdays again. Your blackout blues are over if you take up the private internet access. I used it there not so long ago, allegedly, and it gave me no buffering, no nothing. So do get that, guys. It helps them. Also, it helps us. It keeps us going as well. We're not backed by any big organization. We're not backed by big sponsors. We do this out of our own pocket. We do this out of our own wallet. And please do pick up your memberships as well, guys. Do send in a super chat as well. And please do send in the super sticker. Send in the super chat. Ask me a question about any of the transfers. Ask me where you want me to go with this conversation, with this show tonight. We're going for sort of half an hour, 45, 50 minutes, maybe an hour. But that is all the business out of the way. Thank you so much, Boris, for putting it in. The link is in the chat as well, if you can. And it is THFC till I die, all one word, but private, PIAVPN.com/THFC till I die, all one word. That is what you want. So big up, guys. Let's see who's in the chat. Big up to Mr. Wayne Bonner. He says, good evening, everyone. Hope you're all good and having a great Monday. Coys, Ange in. Exactly. Ange all the way. Big up to Tequila as well. Big up. Had a good long conversation with Tequila today. Getting better, guys. He's getting back. He's raring to go. He's been in the physio room. He's got his injury sorted out now. He's like a Tottenham player, raring to come back and rarely to get going. He's champing at the bit. But also, he is the mystery man of the channel. He is the man of mystery, because some say he has the biggest car collection the world has ever known. And some say also he's bought the brand new Massey Ferguson tractor for Jeremy Clarkson. But all we know, he's called Tequila Sunrise. He is the man of mystery. He is the man of mystery. We don't know what he looks like. He could be Daniel Levy for all we know. He could be Paratici. He could be Johan Lang. He could be Scott Munn. We just don't know. But Tequila is back. I don't know when he's back. We're going to surprise you when he's back. But the man of mystery is on his way back, and I can't wait to have him back as well. Big up Chill Music. When's the last time the media said they backed the manager and they sacked him 3 days later? So don't believe anything. Well, I believe it. I believe it. I do believe it. Ange will be gone before the end of the transfer window. Chill Music, he won't be. Just get used to it. He's staying. And instead of focusing all your thing onto Ange Postecoglou, let's back the team. We need to back the team tomorrow. We need to back the team. We can't keep this divide going. We can't keep... If Ange and Ange out, everyone's going to disagree and agree over Ange Postecoglou. Let's back the team. That is what we do. Big up to Tequila as well. Hello, the chat. Hope everyone is well. Nice to know Domo's on first name basis with Levy. Yeah, know him very well. Very nice man. Stingy at the bar, as always. He's very stingy at the bar. Good evening. Hope everyone is well. Coys, Guns Football and Things. Big up Guns Football and Things. Hope you're doing well. Big up the Boris as well. Yeah, the one in the link description has a T at the end, so you can't use the link in the description. This is the one there, so use that one. I'll sort that out. And then bonus is Antonio has a work, so he can play on Wednesday. I play on Wednesday. Let me know, guys. I'm actually going to put that into the appeal. I'm actually going to do this off the spare at the moment, actually. Would you start where we're going? ANT. See, the eyesight's go. When you get to nearly 50, your eyesight sort of goes a little bit. Right. Would you start Wednesday? Not Wednesday. Let me know what you guys would you start him? I would start him. For what I've seen, it's a poll. So do get involved in that, guys. Would you start Antonio on Wednesday? Let me know what you think, guys. And we've got one yes already. Big up to Rain. How can we back our team? We don't have one at the moment. Mind you, that is so true. That is so true. But we just got to back whoever goes out there, Wayne. You, me, we've seen a lot worse, man. We have seen a lot worse. And that's the point I'm making. Tequila made a very good point to me today. And it was a very good point. We're going to talk about it when he comes back, but he made a very good point today. A lot of these fans only know Levy. They don't know anything else. So they don't remember the bad old days where you and me do, Wayne. You and me remember the club nearly gone out of existence. You know what it was like under Christian Gross and other managers in the 90s. We won a trophy at the start of the decade and we won a trophy at the end of the decade. In between that, it was absolutely, it would turn your hair white. And then you had the problem of the late 80s with Scholar then overspending. I think then they overspend on the West Stand, they overspend on the East Stand. We get into financial problems. We're £8 million in debt, which compared to now is like chicken feed. We have to sell our best players. Remember, we had to sell Chris Waddle and Glenn Hoddle to pay off debts. And seeing the team struggle, 91, 92, we very rarely won at home under Peter Shreves. Very rarely won at home. We reached the quarterfinals of the Cup Winners' Cup, lost the final on away goals, I think. And then you had the 93-94 season where we nearly got relegated, beat Oldham on the second last game of the season to stay in the Premier League. And we did filter with relegation quite a lot during the 90s under Alan Sugar. And then Levy comes in and he made a very good point, Tequila. It says on the financial side, on a footballing side a little bit, he did make us a more bigger club than we are. And Tottenham's always been a big club anyway. But we got qualification for Champions League quite every season. Champions League, Europe. But we've never backed a manager in a way that we've always helped him go over that edge. So, in one ways, I get it why fans are leaving out. I get it why people want change. And I think I'm getting that way myself. I think a change would be better. I think Levy's taking us as far as he can go. We need a fresh person in there with fresh eyes and fresh ideas at the club. But there's always a part of me that says be careful what you wish for because of what we went under, what we went while Ivan Scholar was in charge. And that's the bit that gets me. That's the bit there's people that haven't experienced that, the Ivan Scholar years. And as a Tottenham fan, that does leave a scar. That leaves a very big scar in your memory bank being a Spurs fan. Because there was a time there we nearly didn't have a football club. And I know people can look on documentaries on YouTube or whatever. But to live through that time where you went to bed every night thinking, would I have a football club to support in the morning? Who am I going to support? And I'm a teenager, like. And I'm grateful some of these younger fans don't remember that. I'm grateful that they didn't have to go through what me and Wayne had to go through. Sir Philip Brady and Wilton McDonald and Peter M. all remember Tottenham getting relegated. And I didn't have to. I nearly faced that a couple of times in the early 90s. So I think where I get people's arguments on the manager on that, I've seen a lot worse. I've been through a lot worse as a Spurs fan. But on the flip side of that, I've seen us win quite regularly. 2 FA Cups, 3 FA Cups, a UEFA Cup, and 2 League Cups. I've seen this reach finals, and we had that on the Poch as well. But we never pushed on the Poch, and that was the problem. We never pushed on because we just stopped. That will do. And our motto is to dare is to do. And you can't disregard what happened when I was a younger fan. It's all right for you to diss it. You can't diss it because it's part of our history. It's part of me being a fan growing up. I'm entitled to look back and think, look, we've been through worse. And anyone that hasn't been through it, you have your own opinion. Of course you do. But you don't have the right to diss what I say or say it doesn't matter because I wasn't alive then. It does matter because it matters a hell of a lot. It matters because you're now going through seeing Tottenham financially secured, financially, well managed. Well, I didn't go through that. If we were winning trophies quite regularly under Levy, I think a lot of fans would be okay. Well, we're financially good and we're winning stuff. It's because we haven't won stuff. This is where the problem lies. But just because I can relate to a tougher time where this is bad, but I can relate to a badder time being a Spurs fan. I feel sometimes I'm disrespected because I'm an older fan. I'm not respected because I'm an older fan. I'm 2 years time supporting Tottenham 44 years this year. And I feel some of us older fans are disrespected. It doesn't matter what we think. It's about what happens now. Forget the past. You can't forget the past because the past is important. The past is what you build your future on. The past is what you build your club on. You can't build a club on nothing. You have to build it off success. And we've had success. We've had glory nights. We've had competitions where we've won. We were the first non-league team to win an FA Cup back in 1901. Are you going to diss that? We were the first team to win, first team to do the double the last century. Are you going to diss that? Does that not mean anything? Does that not mean anything to fans? We were the first team to win 2 European trophies. Does that not mean anything to fans? We won a trophy from every year from 1951 to 1991, the start of every decade. We won a trophy. The 60s, we were the first team, the early 60s. We had the best team in the world. Bill Nick was the greatest manager in the world. Are you going to diss us older fans for looking back and thinking, that's what Tottenham's built on? And that really pisses me off. And I wasn't going down this road because it just come to me that I've got so disrespected the last couple of days on certain social media because I'm an older fan by younger fans that haven't got a clue. They just see Daniel Levy and he's the Antichrist and we're hurting. Don't you think our older fans, don't you think we're hurting? We've seen success. We know what success tastes like and we're hurting and we hurt for you. Because that's what it means being an older fan. We're the older generation. There's fans older than me are still hurting, that are turning their back on the club because of what's happening. There's older fans, and this is where also we need to get behind, get the concessions back for the older fans. You cannot disrespect the older generation of fans because they're older fans. They have a damn right to have their concessions, and they have a damn right to actually be helped because they've given their blood, sweat, and tears for this club, supporting them through thick and thin, supporting them when we were in the second division, supporting them when we were really struggling. Outside the ground, which I was back when we were going bust, are we going to have a football club? And it's about time us older fans and this community we have here, they do respect the likes of me, and they do respect Wilton McDonald and Tequila and other people like that as well who have seen it all. We do respect each other. But I feel in some other way and platforms and social medias, us older fans are just looked upon as just nothing. Our opinion doesn't count. And our opinion does count because we've been there, we've done it, we've bought the t-shirt, bought the video. We know what it's like. We know what it's like to suffer. We know what it's like to go through hardship. We know what it's like to see the club really suffering, scraping relegation. Imagine supporting Tottenham, having to go to Oldham, who were in the first division at the time, or the Premier League at the time, needing to beat Oldham to stay up. And then we lose 4-1 to QPR in the last game of the season. If we lost to Oldham and lost to QPR, we were down to the Championship. And that was under Ozzy Ardiles. We always seen Tottenham Hotspur always seem a way to shoot ourselves in the foot anytime we get sort of ahead of ourselves. And football's changed from when I watched it as a kid to a young teenager to a young adult to I am now, as I said, 2 years off for being 50. Football's changed so much and so different to how I remember it. And history doesn't matter to anyone anymore. It's what happens now. That's what matters. What happened 2 years? Poch is the golden era of my Spurs year. Yeah, Poch was great, but Poch didn't win us anything. He took us to the well so many times, but he didn't get us the drink out of the well, did he? You want success, you go back to Keith Birkinshaw, Terry Venables, Randy Ramos, George Graham, Bill Nicholson, Arthur Rowe, John Cameron back in the early 1900s, and a manager who I can't remember off the top of my head who won us the FA Cup in 1921. They're successes. They're winners. Somebody getting you to a Champions League final and plays a crook player instead of playing the player that got you there. Yeah, he took us on a magical mystery tour. He took us on one hell of a ride. But did we win anything? No, we didn't win jack shit. And everyone says that was the best time. Yeah, maybe for you. But you want to be a winner, you have to win the whole damn thing. That's winning. That's what means being a Spurs fan. You demand the best. You demand winning. You demand that Tottenham go all out. You put pressure on the players, you put pressure on the board, you put pressure on the manager. We're still in 3 cup competitions. We've got a semi-final on Wednesday. Let's get behind the team. Let's get behind the players. Whoever plays on Wednesday, let's make that stadium a bloody fortress and make Liverpool so scared to come out of that dressing room that they were going to piss their pants because they don't want to come out. We've done it before when we played Arsenal. And that year we got Champions League football under Conte. We can do it again. We've got a chance to go to Wembley. Let's give it our everything because we deserve to go to Wembley. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to get that rant out. That was a rant. Sorry about that. I do apologize. That was one hell of a rant. I didn't know I had that in me, to be fair, but I do apologize. Tequila says, Danny boy wouldn't even buy me. I know he's such a miserable git. But yeah, he is. Big up to you, Tequila. Sorry, Tequila. Yeah, WhatsApp me. But sorry about that. I didn't mean to go into that. I didn't realize that wasn't even planned. That just come from the heart and come from my head and come from my heart. That's just me being a genuine fan. I just love this club. I love my family comes first, and then Tottenham Hotspur comes second. Family always comes first. That's number one in my rule book. Family, my wife, my partner, my 2 sons, they come first. Tottenham Hotspur comes second. And it just means so much to me, but it really pisses me off when people say history doesn't matter. History does fucking matter. It matters. It's amazing how the fans know better. Yeah, that's true, Peter. So true. So true. Even you've seen it all. You and Neil as well. The biggest preview of Hot Wheels, My Little Pony, and then only you, as some say, that tequila. Them, yeah, exactly. We just don't know, Neil. We don't know. He could be even the voice of Optimus Prime and then Transformer cartoons in the 80s. We just don't know. It could be Peter Cullen. We don't know. Um, yeah, we've got Boris as well. Another positive is Mike and Richie. Yeah, they are back in training with the first team. It seems they'll be back Wednesday. Hopefully, Boris. Hopefully. Um, I'm on the ultimate. I'm on the ultimate Bonnie. Neil shout. Well, let's know how you get on. It's Austrian shirt to lose. It's Austin's shirt to lose. Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose if you put it that way, it is in a way. Let me see how the poll is going. Let me just see. Let me just see how the poll is going. I think it is. Um, I think it is Austin's shirt to lose. He didn't do, but mind you, he didn't have a lot to do on Saturday. To be fair, he didn't really have a lot of big saves to make. So um, maybe it's a good idea. But I've always liked two keepers coming in with one another, fighting for each other for the number one shirt. At the moment, 10 votes in, it's would you start? 80% say yes, and only 20% say no. Wow. Wow. That's interesting. That is so interesting. Chill Music, Kinsey reminds me of Emmanuel Nuna. He does. I've noticed that. There is a bit about him. I think he's great. I think he's going to do well for us, and I think he's going to push Vicario all the way. Vicario's also off his boot now and sort of doing some rehab training. So, yeah, you never know. Tequila said, had 25 years of Phoenix Vision, a football team, had my fill. That's what, yeah. And you said it to me as well, Tequila, that maybe you've had 25 years, but I've had another 20 years on top of that. We talking about, I mean, Tequila have we're so sort of, I'm not fully where Tequila is yet. And we're so, but we can have a great debate about it. We did today for an hour, but we're still the best of friends because we respect each other's opinion. And that's what it is. Big up to you, all saluting each other. Big up, chill music, doing good, just dreading nipple matches. I'm not. We're going to whip them. Those times are long gone. We'll never have to suffer debt and administration. We never did go into administration. And we nearly went out of business. That's what I mean. Wilton, who's coming to the chat, knows what I mean. It was such a time, chill music. It really was horrendous time being a Spurs fan. And you can slag off Alan Sugar all you want, but one thing you got to be grateful for him doing was buying that Saving Our Football Club, him and Terry Venables. I'd be forever in their debt for what they did for us. Clubs are too big and financial stewed for the big six to vanish. Yeah, well, it wasn't like that back in the 80s and 90s. I tell you that. Unfortunately, younger fans don't care about trophies before 1991 Premier League because they don't think football. Yeah, exactly. And they should care. And that's the bit that gets me. And this is where the club sort of failing. They should care about the history as well because they don't show the history. They don't put statues up for Bill Nick or Sir Jimmy Greaves. Well, Jimmy Greaves was never knighted, should have been. And so should Bill Nick be knighted. Or Arthur Rowe or Steve Perriman or, all the great managers we've had and all the trophies we've won. Nothing said. Where's the Gates? Where's the Bill Nick Gates? Where are they? We'll put the clock back up, but where's the Bill Get Nates? I want the Bill Nick Gates back. Where are they? History means something. Is Daniel Levy that ashamed of our history because he's done fuck all for 25 years? He's built us a fantastic stadium, great training ground. We had a hell of a ride on the potch. Didn't win us anything, but yeah, don't worry. We had a great ride on the potch. It was brilliant. Didn't back him. And now we've got to a point where we've got a manager in that can take us somewhere, that has the same philosophy and the same under Poch as well. A lot of fans wanted Poch gone after the first season and second season. And look what Poch did for us. Give this man a chance. We can't keep sacking managers every 18 months. It doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous. It is so stupid that we keep sacking managers. Want a manager out. Want Levy out. Okay, who do you want in the replace of the manager in Levy then? Tell me. Make an argument. You know, you want Levy out, you want Ange out. Well, who do you want in to replace them then? Because sometimes it's better the devil you know than you don't. Everyone thought Scholar was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Took us on the stock exchange. Tottenham are financially going to be financially secured. Yeah, go on, Scholar. Big man Scholar. What did he do? Nearly ran us into the fucking ground. Nearly ran us out of existence because he ran up such a debt with Midland Bank. I forget what Midland Bank turned into, but it was Midland Bank when I was a kid. And they were calling the debt, and we had to sell our best players. We had to sell Paul Gascoigne, who was crook, but we still had to sell Gazza. We had to sell Chris Waddle and Glenn Hoddle to pay off debts. We couldn't even pay for the Gary Lineker transfer or the Naeem transfer. If you think Barcelona are in a lot of financial shit, I would advise anyone to go back, and I think there is a couple of documentaries on YouTube. Look at Tottenham back in the late 80s, early 90s. We were fucking a shambles. And one thing Levy has done, he's made us financially secure and financially secure for the first time in our history. But I tell you, some of the managers we had to watch in the 90s after Terry Venables, I tell you, will pull your hair out. It'll make you go grey. I mean, they had a manager turn up for a press conference, Christian Gross, and he's raving about a travel card. And Alan Sugar's looking at him thinking, I've just employed you to manage my football club, and you're raving about a travel card. And you want an Ange Postecoglou out because he's got a massive injury crisis. He's using two 18-year-old kids who have absolutely over-excelled themselves. And, you know, I've never seen an injury crisis like it. I don't know. Big up to Cockney Geezer. Big up Cockney Geezer. I do get what you mean, though, Chilmers. It just really angers me, man. Really angers me. Cockney Geezer, big up Cockney Geezer there with the old Tottenham badge we wore, I think, in the 98-99 season. Am I right, Cockney Geezer? Let me know. I think we wore that badge when we won the League Cup in 99 under an ex-Arsenal manager, which says a lot. Keith Birkinshaw said 4 years ago when he resigned, there used to be a football club over there. The night we won the UEFA Cup. Do you know what? You're so right. There used to be a football club over there. But can you say that about every football club in the country? I was watching the stream last night and there was an Arsenal fan saying exactly the same thing that we say about Spurs. That he says Arsenal are not a football club anymore. I don't think any of the top six in the Premier League are football clubs. I don't really think that. I think the more franchises and the more franchises, and they're not football clubs. They're not football clubs anymore. So you look at Newcastle, you look at Man City, owned by rich oil nations. You look at Manchester United, owned by the Glazers. You look at us. I think we're one of the few clubs in the Premier League that are actually owned by UK owners, by English owners. Or the majority of the Premier League and the majority of the Championship, I think, are owned by either US or European owners, or Saudi Arabian owners, or Qatari owners. And that's another thing, Guy, another question I want to put in the chat, and maybe you can let me know what you think as well. How would you feel if we did get taken over by Qataris or by Saudi Arabians or by American owners? Would you be against that if that was to bring us trophies, that Ange could have a 500, 600 million pound transfer budget and go and buy the best players in the world? And that leave you really financially up the creek without a paddle? Or would you rather have a club that's financially secured and do it right and then have the right manager, the right owner in place, and go for it. But do it financially right. Let me know what you think in the chat, guys. Boris says, "It's just me as it feels that the only reason there's 30 million budget for this render to go over 200." I don't think so. Maybe so, but we did bring this goalkeeper forward from the summer, so maybe there's a few signings we're going to bring forward. I don't know if it's a 30 million budget for this window. If it is, it's very poor, considering we can spend up to 400 million on FFP and PSI. It really doesn't make any sense. Maybe save those rants for some rant streams. Yeah, well, I just had to get it out. Sorry, Boris. Big up to Side Dancer 83 TH is saying, big up Side Dancer. I haven't seen you for out there's you and your 3 wonderful children. Big up to you. I truly think we would have won the League Cup under Jose. I think we would have won as well. I think we would have done. I would love to know why Levy sacked Jose 60. Look, me personally, I think it was all to do with the Super League, and he was just trying to bring out another news to take it away from the sort of idiotic move he did, personally. But we'll never know. I'd love to know. I'd love to know what people think of that. Big up. I am the guy who voiced Megatron. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. There you go. You were the voice. You were the nightmares on my childhood, Tequila. There you go. Austin should be given the chance. Big up to Peter. That's one way. Looking at it, but 88% in the chat, 17 votes, 88% say yes, 12% say no. 25 minutes that going. The yes have it. The yes do have it. Tequila had a better chance with Jose, and then, mate, yeah, I do not want to see Ryan Mason in as manager again. I know. I'll tell you another thing that really pissed me off last week, guys, right? This is sort of like a pissed off stream. People pissing me off and me being pissed off for some stupid comments. Somebody said the other week that they'd rather have Ryan Mason in charge because he's got a better room record. Ryan Mason is the worst manager. Sorry, just really gets to me. Back Ange. He's the man in charge. Daniel Levy's backing him. The club are backing him. We need to back him as fans. Big up to the legend that is Wilton McDonald, the man is on the Tottenham Hotspur, THFC Till I Die, Rochmond Mountains. He says, good evening all. I'm not sure why we are still gone on getting rid of Ange. I know. I give him a pass at this point with all the injuries. This is the worst I've seen it. Exactly. This is the worst I've seen it. Big up to Paul Pablo. Big up Paul Pablo. Hope you're doing. Says hello. Hello. Wilton says, if history doesn't matter, why we're playing for trophy? Exactly. History does matter. You know that as well as I do, Mr. McDonald. And he says, if we weren't for the sugar daddy, we would have gone out a bit. Exactly. And people either don't want to know that or they don't care about that. But that was a significant part of our history. And we've got to make these younger fans realize it wasn't always sunshine and roses. Big up to Carl Simpson. Come on, you Spurs, for my sins. Big up, Mr. Simpson. He says, and a member as well. I am taking Liverpool games as the pressure is off, so let's do what we can, see what happens. Got to take this crazy injury issues. We do. Look, the Liverpool game, I am going to say it into my pre-game thoughts, which is going to be out tomorrow, guys, tomorrow evening or tomorrow. The predicted lineup will be out tomorrow for you members as well. I'm going to say Spurs are going to win 3-0 and defend for our lives. Defend like bitches up at Anfield. There we go. And we're going to get to the final by 3-2 in aggregate. That is my prediction. See, that's my point, Cockney Geezer. Statues of Bill Nick. Exactly. Where are the statues? Where are the statues? I mean, this man was the most successful manager in our history, and we just forget about him. This is Mr. Tottenham. He is Tottenham Hotspur. Him, Keith Birkinshaw. 2 unknown managers. 2 managers came in. They were both trainers or assistant managers. Got the manager's job. Took us to the highest level. Where's the statues? Where's the Bill Nick Gates? Do you know, we seem to forget. Liverpool have statues outside Anfield. Newcastle haven't won a trophy since the 50s, have statues outside their stadium. Man United have statues outside their stadium. Arsenal have statues outside their stadium. Chelsea, I think, have a statue outside their stadium. Where's our statue? Is Levy that embarrassed of our past? Seriously, are you? Get a fucking grip. Daniel Levy, not you. I meant Daniel Levy, Cockney Geezer, not you. Welcome, Carl. Big up Tequila, mate. Boris is saying it just come out of the talks of Kingsley. We started just after Christmas Day. Levy was only involved in the final stages of talks, so it's Lang doing most of it. Well, you better redeem himself. He had a shit summer window. I am taking every game as it comes. I hope Ange will get it right. Man United had a sticky period when Alex Ferguson. Exactly. People seem to forget that as well. He was a game away from getting sacked. And he beat Nottingham Forest, I think, 1-0 in the third round of the 1990 FA Cup. And look what happened since. I'm taking every game what happened exactly. Boris, that is good from what I've heard. Spurs all I mud. Yeah, they are. Carl, you know what to do. I haven't seen those. I've seen some of those stocks. Dermo doesn't make for good watching, but it was interesting. Yeah, I know. Exactly, Wilson. Carl Simpson Coys for my sins. Yeah, where that I've heard from my source seen as well. There are multiple attackers. We're speaking to Kula, and I wouldn't mind Ferguson coming to Spurs and Kulu as well. Now the Kulu thing. Now I've got a little bit on that, but we'll get to that. I'm there. Look, I see. It was in a group chat I'm in. It's on Tottenham Talk, so I don't know how serious this is and how connected they are. But they are saying Juventus have accelerated their interest in the bid to beat Tottenham to PSG forward Kulu Minu. Tottenham's reluctance to pull the trigger on the deal was trying to get a cheaper offer, except could cause them to miss out on the player. Juventus are acting fast. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't done anything from my source, to be fair, to contradict that. But that is the latest. That's from Tottenham Talk. There is a few people around saying the same thing. David Ornstein as well is saying Tottenham, Manchester United, and Juventus are exploring the deal to sign Rando Koulibaly on loan from PSG. Interest expressed, currently viewed as a top contender, regards the 26-year-old PSG French forward, among the best versatile attackers available. So that's the latest on that. If it's true or not, we don't know, but that is watch. But anything we get, and we know it's concrete, and we know it's 100% going to happen, you will hear it first and fastest here during this month. We've got so many injuries, I might get a game. You might do, I might get a game. I was called up today, Carl, by Ange. He said to me, can you and Carl and Tequila come over? We need you for this. So I said, put you, Carl, in defense, put Tequila in the midfield. He can be the Glenn Hoddle or the midfield, and I be the, Steve Archibald up front. That's why we beat Liverpool 3-0. They would go up to Anfield, nick all their wheels off their bus, and so they can't get there. Anfield, the game gets cancelled. Spurs get to the final. Yay! Publius, is this injury, Chris? Is that? No, it's not. I think it's just down to. I think it's down to playing so many. It's not down to Ange, right? It's down to, in my personal opinion, it's down to playing so many games with a small squad. We didn't back Ange properly in the summer transfer window. I've said it before, and I say it again. It's come back to bite us in the arse. And that's because we got rid of so many players. We just concentrated on the outgoings and forgot about the incomings. We rarely did. We rarely did. So big up to you, Pablo. I don't think it's Ange. I think it's down to the summer transfer market. Lock them up, says Carl. The sense of Trent. Taylor said there's more merit to that poor Pablo, according to some who have watched him at Celtic. These hamstrings are more common than under other managers, I've been told. So never watched out that much. Yeah, they were. They were up there, but I think also you got to look at the summer transfer window as well and say, was Ange properly backed? And the answer to that is no, he wasn't. And this is what you get with a small squad. You win 4 competitions. You can't have players playing the game again and again and again. Big up the car, says, I'm fine with it. Give me the trophies. The Man City way will never happen again due to the rules now. Yeah, and that is now finished. I wonder what's going to happen with that. I'm really wondering how Man City are going to feel at the end season. I prefer, this is my question about a manager and the owner. What would you prefer? I would prefer, I want the best coaches and the recruitment staff to help Ange with the new owner. Exactly, chill music. That's more like it. See, now you're coming around to my way of thinking, sir. Welcome back, sir. You've come back, and that is spot on. We want the best coaches with the best recruitment staff with new owners. Back the team, not the owners. My new motto. Now, big up to Boris, who says, seems it would just be a straight loan with no obligation to buy, since PSG are wanting 50, 60 million euros for him. But if it goes down, we will consider paying for him. Yeah, I think so. I would rather Mason sell the programs. Don't want him anywhere near. He doesn't even do that. I wouldn't purchase him for 50, 60 million since he's not the same player he was at Frankfurt. No, but yeah. No, I agree with you, Boris, on that. If Austin was highly regarded, he would have. Yeah, exactly. And I said that tonight on a fan show. If he was highly regarded, Josh Keeley now, for me, is the next best goalkeeper to come through the Tottenham ranks, the Irish lad. He's the next best goalkeeper. You watch him go. I can't wait to see him play for Spurs. I would imagine Austin will go this month. I say so. Rewatched King of the Ring at 98. Mankind, Undertaker, so good. Maybe time for a spa. Maybe so. Big up to Wilton. Totally agree with the request for building a statue instead of the bust at the stadium. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Big up to Shamu Vandy Voo. FK, yeah, Tequila. What the Mankind Master, yeah. Big up, talking about wrestling. Big up tonight, Republic. Listen, the offer still stands. Send us an email so I can get hold of you because we want you on the channel, sir. We do. We want you to join the channel if you like. There's an offer. We're doing our own, this is our own transfer window. So I'm putting out a transfer request to you, Knights of the Republic. Get your information over to the email so we can get you on the channel. And we can get you on. We want to bring you on the loan, sort of a loan to buy, obligation to buy sort of thing. Leave it to our technical director, Tequila, who's in charge of all the transfers. And then we'll go and speak to our money man, our sort of owner, who is in charge of the money column. And then we'll come back to you with a good deal, with a very good deal. But do get your email so we can get hold of you. But big up, and I hope your knee's all right. Do the video of the history of Spurs before games. Maybe they should have some whole historical clips through the stadium before every game and halftime. Yeah, they do. And I wish I could do that because we, at the start of this channel, we started showing old games like from the 60s. And it's something I really want to get back to because it was great. A lot of people enjoyed it. We did a rewatch of the 81 Cup final or the 84 UEFA Cup final and the 63 Cup Winners' Cup final. I think we did a rewatch of the 61 Cup final, the 62 Cup final. But YouTube is such a complicated bloody nightmare that if you use it, you will get copyright striked. So I'm trying to get it that we can do it. And I want to do it because I want to show these old games again. And I think it'd be a great show. I think it'd be great. And the younger fans then get exposure to our history and watching the great players of the past play. The 71 League Cup final, 73 League Cup final. And it's down. I want to educate these younger fans what we're about, what our team's about. So look, maybe they do at the stadium, but I'm going to look in the way, see how we can do it here. Maybe during the summer, we'll start re-showing some of these old games again. Because they're great. Some of the old games are great to watch, by the way. Good times, says the kid Shamu. Big up Knights of Republic. Problem is, Dermo, the fans are sick of ticket prices going up. All the money coming into the club isn't being reinvested. We are the wheelie and dealers. Yeah, it is, and I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that 100%. Ticket prices are too up, and that's something I will do a show on, probably with Tequila as well and Column as well on ticket prices. Maybe do that probably during the break, the Premier League break, because I know going to Tottenham is expensive. I say going to Man United is expensive as well. But yeah, we will do. That's a very good point. Big up to your Knights of Republic. Big up, says Tequila. Carl, you and both Carl, you and me. But yeah, that's it. Wilton and Carl at centre back. There you go. There's the new Paul Miller and Graham Roberts combination. Boris says, not Republic. You think it's bad for us? Tamworth are far worse than us. They're done for the third FA Cup again. I tell you one thing, I am so fucking nervous about that Tamworth game. You have no idea. We're all Spurs fans for sins. Yeah, we all are. Big up to keep showing Tequila much respect, and he does deserve respect. Big up, Knights for Republic. You're a very respectful young man. Everyone is screaming and blaming Ange, says Boris. I haven't got one of those funny things that Hippie Paul brings up with about 20,000 Hippie Pauls all shouting at each other. So I just have to make do with me go. Anyway, everyone's screaming and blaming Ange. Yet they seem to forget Newcastle almost had as bad as we've now. They've had multiple injuries and they've lost 9 or 10 games by 20 matches. Can't remember how many. I think they've lost about 8 or 7, but we've lost more. We should not be losing. We should not have lost 10 games by this time of season. That bit is a little bit concerning. Tottenham are exploring various options for the midfield, including the possibility, says Joe Music, of and the 17-18 the signing of Johnny Crossbar. I read that, and that's actually in my reports as well. So big up to Joe Music, but I will bring that up, sir. Money talk, spend the money, get the player. Exactly, Carl. 50 million, still less than Richarlison. Yeah, and Richarlison was a bit shite. Now Lucas Gunter is the best one coming through. I see him better than Josh Keeley. Well, Boris, you and me are gonna have a little bit of a debate on that one, mate. I'm going for Josh Keeley because he is a young Irish lad, and I will back the Irish lad all the way. And you, of course, will be backing Gunter. Maybe the new 1 or 2 of Spurs in the future. You never know. Johnny Be Good or Johnny Casanova or Johnny Casadoda will be bought this month as well. I hope so, Carl. I hope so. Carl Simpson, for my sins, I've heard that as well. I think everyone's here. I think my sources have gone to sleep or they've gone into hibernation or something. Anyway, transfers. I would just buy the players who had the hottest girlfriends. Tequila. Yeah. If that, you and me both, Tequila. You and me both. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you on that. I don't mind sloppy seconds. Oh Lord, read them before you bring them out there, man. Damn dyslexia. Damn you, dyslexia. It's a bitch. Dyslexia is a bitch, and let everyone know that is. But let's keep it real. Poch got no back. Now, this is where I'm going to bite back a bit of your Knights Republic. All right. After we reached the Champions League final, David Pleat went on national radio and said Poch didn't want any players. And he was backed with players that weren't good enough. So all this thing, yeah, we didn't buy for 3 windows, but one of them windows, Poch didn't want anyone. When he was here, he was a good coach. We haven't had the Champions League anthem for a while now. I think we need to raise expectation. I think the problem was we raised them so high. Anything less than what we're getting now, oh dear. If she watches this, I'm screwed. Oh, I've just seen your comment. How high we've reached the very heightness, I think, reaching the Champions League final, and I think we've tasted that success, and I think that's where we hold our sort of our barrier. But I think if we it's hard because last time I was at a Champions League. We're at the AC Milan game under Conte, and that left a very bitter taste in my mouth leaving that game. That really left me questioning, do I support this club anymore? I was rallying a low ebb. And if it wasn't for this channel, I don't think I would have bothered with Tottenham for the rest of that season. But because of you guys and because we are the best channel in the world, we are the number 1 Irish channel in the world, in Ireland. Sorry, Dave, but face facts. THFC Till I Die is the number 1 Irish channel, and I'm the number 1 Irish Spurs supporter in Ireland. I know you claim you are, but I am. But I know we're going to have a debate about that one time, Mr. Harris. Big up if you're watching. Anyway, don't forget Fulham and their prices exactly. Evening demo and chat. Big up NM. Hope you're doing well. Big up being a member as well. We've got Taken as well. Says Ange gets back and from the board as we dwindle into relegation. Then season 2026, we start our new adventure in the championship with our biggest away day at the race. We're not going down. Everyone, please stop, just getting over dramatic. We're not getting relegated. That's never going to happen. We're going to end up winning 2 trophies this season and qualifying for Europe, and we're going to finish in the top half of the league, and everyone's going to be over the moon. I mean, in last season, during the injury crisis, yeah, I agree. We should have won against teams like Leicester and Wolves. Yeah, this season, we should have won against Ipswich. We should have won against Crystal Palace. I'm not saying everything's been perfect. I'm not saying Ange is perfect. Them games we should have won. But if you lose the spine of your side, you are going to suffer. And if you don't back the manager properly in the just summer transfer window, you're going to really suffer. And we're really suffering because he wasn't back properly. And that's down to Daniel Levy. That's down to bad recruitment. That's down to Johan Lang. And that's down to Scott Munn. Bring back the Don. Sack the Lang, back the Don. Big up to all talking to each other. LOL Tequila. We've got Carl saying, I truly believe the injuries subside, we'll be fine. Of course, we're going to be fine. I hope Mrs. Tron didn't hear you say that. I'm with you, Tequila. I don't mind. Yeah. Anyway. He says, we're in talks with a PSG player, but end up buying Julian. Who knows? Who knows? I was at that Milan game at home with, you know as well as I do, I was in the South Stand that night. That game was the worst game I've ever been to White Hart Lane. And that's another thing that's bugged me as well, by the way, before we do get into talking what we talked about, and I am waffling, probably not, but I've got a lot of things to get off my chest. I don't know what you guys think, but I just want to put this out there in the chat and see what you think and give me your answers. I know you will. Should we have called the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium White Hart Lane because it was built on White Hart Lane? What was the point of calling it anything else? It's White Hart Lane. I hope the new owners that come in, or if any owners come in, or whoever comes with the naming rights, call it somewhere along the line White Hart Lane or the Sir Bill Nicholson Stadium. Give us an identity. Give us something that we can believe in. Because at the moment, calling it the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, it's White Hart Lane, for fuck's sake. It was built on the old stadium, so the name should have stayed the same. Fucking Levy. Idiot. It's amazing when manager finds the perfect team for then. Nuno, Forest are on fire. 2-0. Is it 2-0? Jesus, they're doing very well. That's true. Domo says Night Republic. I think he said he didn't want signings because he didn't get the signings he wanted. It was more the club wanted their own signings. Yeah, that's so true. Tikiti says, I think we've had a poor season. That I can't disagree with you. We have had a poor season, but the injuries have made the bad run form even worse. So true. Deacon said, look what Reglon and Spence are doing well. They didn't give that. Why didn't Ange give them more minutes at the start? See, I don't know. Boise, big up Boise 36, big Celtic fan, big up Boise. Hope you're doing well. So he says Emerson Royale winning a trophy. Wow. Big up to Emerson Royale. No one should have called it. No, we should call it someone seen our medical stuff arena. Yeah, that is so true. Chilmere said Tottenham Hotspur Stadium can bring in more exposure to the brand. I don't care about the brand. I care about the football club. And it should be called White Hart Lane. But I get what you're saying. Commercially, it won't fly. I don't give a shit about commercial. I just want it called what it should be called. It's White Hart Lane to me. It always will be White Hart Lane to me. I refuse to call it anything else. Anyone got a problem, go and see Daniel Levy. Tequila. Big up Tequila. Tequila Sunrise. He says, yeah, it should be called White Hart Lane. Exactly, Tequila. You know what I'm talking about, sir. You know what I'm talking about. Sorry. Please shut up. That was my alarm. Just checking any. Nope, nothing. No sources yet. Nothing through there. Call it white hot pain already. Yeah. 3-point lane for some clubs. Taken says Reggie has shown more passion in his last 90 minutes than you, Doggy Romero Bentancur has in 2 seasons. I don't agree with that, man. I think Benny's been brilliant. I think Romero's been very good. I just think Romero's had his head turned by Real Madrid. Your Doggy, I think, he's done very well. He's just been injured, been overplayed. Ed M says, MSL the trophy winner. I know we're all going to faint with amazement. 2025 rumored another ex-Spurs player gets a trophy. I know. The lane, short and that's it, Wilton. The lane, short and sweet. That's it. Did he used to be called the lane back in the day, Wilton? If you let me know, if you can answer that. Was it always? I always remember as a kid going there was just, are you going to the lane? It was always the lane as a kid growing up. God, I miss White Hart Lane so much. Big up to Gixie 994. I call it White Hart Lane. I don't care what they name it or don't name it. Exactly. I just don't get it. It should be named White Hart Lane. It was built on top of the old stadium, for Christ's sake. Not fucking doesn't take it. You don't need to go to university and get a degree in trying to name a football stadium. I mean, mind you, the fella that's been trying to get the naming rights for the stadium for the last 5 years or however long we've been in there hasn't really done a fantastic job. But he's getting paid for it, or he's been sacked, one or the other. But just call it White Hart Lane. Daniel Levy, give us something. Give us something of our identity back, please. Please. I beg of you. If you do that, I'll wash your bald head for a week. I promise. Knights of Republic says, Demo, there was one game as a Spurs fan that made me sick. It was when we played City at home. Lost fans cheered because, I was sick. I didn't agree with that. And I did not agree with that one iota. I do not agree. I had 2 things I don't agree with. A is backing your team to lose. And B, I don't care. I was alive twice when Arsenal. I was supporting Spurs twice when Arsenal. 3 times Arsenal won the league. 1991 we stopped them doing the double because we won the FA Cup in 91. They won the league out White Hart Lane back in the 2000s, and they won it in 89 when they beat Liverpool when Michael Thomas scored in the last seconds of the game. So I've lived through 3 or 4, Arsenal winning the league. I could not give flying fucking monkeys if Arsenal win the league. Doesn't bother me. All I care about is Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. If we play them in North London Derby, yeah, that bothers me because I want to win that. I want to beat them bad. I want to beat them on Wednesday week because we're the kings of White Hart Lane. We're the kings of North London. North London is white. Arsenal, go back to South London where you belonged. And a lot of people don't know this, but Arsenal's last stadium before they moved to North London was they built a stadium near an open sewer, and nobody went to it, and they wonder why. Just go back to where you came from. I'm at Emerson Royal down my road from my house. Wow. Then make it a fortress. Exactly. Did you ask him for a loan ticket? Because I would lend us a few pocket change for him. Carl is saying Reggie has been good. He definitely should give him a shot. I think he's playing for his career. I think he's playing for a new contract at Spurs. Emerson Royale has been terrible from what I've been hearing. Nothing changes there. I missed the lane. So do I, Knights of Republic. I really missed the lane. Neil, he's been dreadful, mate. Yeah, well, there you go. Some things never change. Don't get me started on naming rights. What a waste of money. Because do you know what, Tequila? We'll bring that conversation up because I'm going to want to see you have your rant on that. It's always been White Hart Lane, same as here, Wilton. To me, Dermo's left. Dermo, he left. And he went to Chelsea. Did he? Yeah, good. Well done him. Yeah, I hope he's at Chelsea playing with these nuts because a bit bruised there. You tub his head rub his head for a week, you dirty minded git. Yeah, I would. If you called it White Hart Lane, I'd rub his head for a week. I'd wash it for a week. I really would. Big up to Dermo. You never rob another man's rhubarb. Joker said that. No, that is so true. Was that from the first Batman film, 1989, with Michael Keaton? I think that was from that film. Yeah. Big up to Early Doors Football TV, the only West Ham fan I respect and really like and respect. You're having a few problems. Has your manager been sacked yet, Tone? Has he been? I think I heard reports that he was going to be sacked. So let us know. Has he been sacked? Yeah, and Daniel Levy is on his way to buy West Ham United. I put in a good word for you today, so he's going there. I think he's going to partnership with John Sullivan as well. So you're going to get Sullivan and Levy. So good luck. Even though Queen won an FA Cup with, oh no, don't start taking. Don't start. Yeah, I know he did. Good evening, says Early Doors Football on TV. Evening. Wilton, no one can play and go be as bad as Ian Walker. Yeah, and your TV can prove that as well. I tell you one thing though, I still laugh at that story you told us. But Wilton is a legend. Wilton is an absolute legend. Gomez, yeah, that's true. Milton, especially, but oh, that's true. Evening, good evening, Tequila. On the way to recovery. Oh, that's good. They're all talking to each other. Yeah, the Michael one, the best. Yeah, I agree. He's my number one Batman. He is my number one Batman. He really is. Tequila, I said you're well playing Emerson and keep it up. First, Emerson thought I was starting. He was ready to fight, and then I spoke slower, and he understood me. Okay, big up to Neil. I still demand a recount that Gazza's jersey is mine. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We've had it certified now. It is going to We Are Spurs TV. I would take it up to the stewards, but they've gone home for the evening, so I don't know what's happening there. I do not know what's happening there. Dermot, no, he has not been sacked yet. The club still can't get it right. More likely, we're here to. How long does it take to sack a manager, Tone? Really, how long does it take to sack a manager? You've been sacking this Paul Sod for months. Are you waiting to get a new manager in? Is that the hold up? That you're waiting to get this new manager in, which I think you're trying to do. Hello indoors, you're okay, mate. Early doors, you're okay, mate. Yeah, by the way, in early doors, I'll be on there on Sunday, guys. So come over and give us a bit of support. I'm going into the Lions den. I'm going one with a West Ham fan, an Arsenal fan, a Man United fan. So I'm really going into two West Ham fans actually. So and a few Newcastle fans. So I'm really going into the Lions Den. So do join me over there, lads, and do good over to Early Doors Football TV. It's a great channel, really lovely lads over there. Great West Ham fans as well. As I said, the only two West Ham fans I truly respect and honor, and Tony's one of them. Absolutely great stuff. So get over there, guys. Please hit a like and subscribe in their channel. They deserve it. Dermo and Tequila, I will email you later tonight. I would be on the lads. Thanks. Well, there you go. The talks are starting. Only thing in the contract, you have to show your face. That's the only thing you have to do. Apart from that, you are welcome. Oh, okay. At least you avoided the scrap taken yet. That's it. Tell me about it, mate. It's been a long old season. It has. Please, Supreme Court appeal. Talk to Colin. He's the boss. Don't talk to me. No, talk to Colin. Why didn't I win that? Look, you lost. Just get over it. It's been certified. I tell you what, we'll come up with another prize, and we will do it again and see if you win that. Okay. New manager is Potter for West Ham. That wouldn't be a bad shout for West Ham. I wouldn't mind David Moyes going back to West Ham. I don't know if Tone would agree with me. I think you need to bring back David Moyes actually. Levy buys West Ham. Yeah, that is the latest rumor. That is the latest rumor. Please no, says the Rick, says the Keith Neil. Please no, Carl Simpson. Please no. Oh dear. Big up Joe. Damn it, only our club can do this. Potter and Stepson spotted at the hotel of Willem Abbey. Seems he's in the position to take over. What are they having a bit of a fight beforehand? Whoever wins the fight. Oh dear. Tequila Potter is West Ham's new Tequila Potter is West Ham's new manager. Just a matter of time. Tequila Potter. There you go. Tequila got a new name now. Taken demo. It's the things you do for you. I know, but I don't mind. I enjoy it. I love this channel. It really is. I love doing it. I love doing the content for it. I just love talking football and Spurs. Just do. Always welcome to go there. Just don't want them at Spurs. Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people are talking to themselves. A weekend away at Wexford. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. You come to Wexford for the weekend. You can stay at my house for the night. Okay, Carl. There you go. Moyes, every West Ham, every West Ham, Moyes, every West Ham. Then just West Ham fan just well, it's better than what they got, and I bet they're regretting they got rid of David Moyes now. I bet they are regretting it. Prefer weekend at Barney's, Carl. Oh, yeah. I found thousands of paper ballots. Did you? Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. Shit happens. I've certainly probably warning Potter, don't come to this not house. That must be the delay. It must be. Carl Simpson calls for my sins. You're not wrong. He was at the City game. He must have thought you sacked me for this shower. I know. I actually think Potter is a good choice for West Ham, even though I would be worried for the amount of time he's been out. Same here. Same here, guys. Well, listen, let's get on with the news. I've got. And this is the first bit of news we've got. Ange Postecoglou is 100% safe in his Tottenham job. There is no uncertainty over his future. They are backing him to the hill, lead this project forward, and Ange we trust. In Ange, we're going to go for trophies. In Ange, we're going to win something. We are Spurs. We are winning. We are Tottenham Hotspur. Go on, Ange, show us something. But the FA are understood to be keen to stress no investigation has been launched yet, but they do want to discover what Postecoglou meant with his comments. Now, if you're wondering what he meant by his comments, they are this. Just let me stick something up. There you go. Forgot actually to put that in, actually. Forget the 2K giveaway. I need to get rid of that. There you go. So get rid of that. There we go. Let's see what he says. That was it. First bit, he told journalists, stop asking me about Newcastle United equaliser. He claimed the game wasn't a fair game. And then Postecoglou said, after the game, I'm as angry as I've ever been in my career. You can talk about whatever you want. You want my opinion. If all things were equal and balanced, we would have won. There you go. That's what he said. And he's right. If things were equal and balanced, they should have won. But they weren't, because VAR is corrupt, and we all know it's corrupt. And I'm not going into that rant now. And that's for me. Tottenham have inquired about the availability of David Fiesta of Inter Milan. Spurs want the Italian international with a loan with an option to buy. That is a little bit of news I got today, guys. He is a midfielder. He's a 5'10" midfielder. He does play for Inter Milan. He has had careers in Italy. He joined Inter Milan on loan in 23-24, played 32 appearances, scored 6 goals, and this season alone he's made 14 appearances for Inter Milan and scored 3 goals. Barcelona, of course, are eyeing up Son if his contract runs out, and this is another thing as well. We need to sort out Sonny. What is happening with Sonny? Is he staying? Is he going? Is he doing the hokey cokey? Is he turning around? I think this is a disgraceful way to treat a legend at the club. He's been at the club for 10 years. He should be shown more loyalty and more respect than it has been shown. Now, for all we know, there could be a year extension done and they're just waiting for the time to announce it. Could be. They've done this before. But Barcelona, who are in an awful mess themselves, they can't even register their own players. But apparently they're eyeing up Son if his contract runs out. This is from Gimme Sport. Tottenham Hotspur have asked for information on Paris Saint-Germain, as said earlier, striker Randall Gulu, and a move to the Premier League is possible this month. Italian journalist Fabrizio Romero Romano has explained in his exclusive Give Me Sport newsletter. Also on Give Me Sport, Tottenham Hotspur could make a move for Udinese youngster Thomas Christianen in the January transfer window, according to reports, with the young Danish defender potentially being drafted in to solve the Lily White's defensive crisis, which has seen them down to the bare bones so far this season. And this is sort of his stats, if you can. Appearances 8, squad ranked 20th. Clearances per game 2.8, sixth in that. Tackles per game 0.9, 10th. Interceptions per game 0.4, 14th. And match ratings 6.34, 19th. Not very good. Not very good at all. Tottenham in danger of being priced out for a move of Duguru. Tottenham Hotspur at risk of their Patrick Duguru pursuit being jeopardised as Leeds have increased their demands for the Hotspur away target after he was being the subject of widespread interest during the early stages of the winter transfer window. So says Give Me Sport. There's also rumoured that Real Betis are in advanced talks with Stefan Bajic of Liverpool, who plays in the same position as Johnny Casado, who is linked with Spurs. This could well and truly be replacement, but is also a rumour as well, guys. So take that one with a little pinch of salt. This one on United, Juventus have offered Dusan Vagovic to Manchester United as part of a deal for Joshua Zachary. I think Colin actually fell off his chair laughing at that point when when I told him that. He literally did. He said, I've just fallen off my chair and I'm rolling around in the office and people are looking at me, and he's just laughing so much. Now these are our January games, guys. So I want you to let me know, guys, what you think and where you think we're going to win. We've got Liverpool in the first leg in 8th of January, then we're away to Tamsworth on the 12th of January, and then in the Premier League, we've got Arsenal, Everton, and Leicester, and an away tie in the Europa League. So, what do you guys think? I'm going to give you my predictions. I'm going to go for a win against Liverpool in the League Cup. I know you think I'm mad, but I am. I think we're going to beat Tamsworth quite effectively as well. I think we're going to get a draw against Arsenal away at the Emirates. I think we'll beat Everton. We'll beat we'll get a draw, a point away at Hoffenheim, and we'll beat Leicester at 1. So let me know what you think, guys, if you agree or disagree. And put it in the comments or put it into the chat as well if you can. But yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for beat Liverpool in the League Cup, beat Tamsworth in the FA Cup, a draw away to Arsenal, beat Everton, a draw away at Hoffenheim in the Europa League, and beat Leicester at home. That is my predictions. But let me know, guys, what you think. Put them in the comments. Put them in the comments when you're watching this show back. Well, guys, that is it for me. I'm now going to go off and have my dinner. I'm going to go through these chats very quickly. Later, Tequila, big up to Carl who's going. We're winning them all. Gotta go. Catch you later. Yeah, I'm going to go. Taken's going for 4 losses. We've got Boris says, yeah, Diogo is in Washington on 30 million right now. He's a decent youngster with talent already. He ain't worth more than 30 million we're looking to pay. They want 45 million for Jogo. No thanks. Till big up to Taken, guys. These rumors have maintenance of the summer rumors for Tony, Iaz, and Gallagher. We have a crap window. I don't trust any of them seriously. Just let me check. Okay. Knights of Republic's just laughing. Mind your knee rolling around on the floor. Don't damage your knee anymore. Don't get them started. What's this? All the Paratici recruitments on new data targets. What? Don't start getting me going or what? I'm so behind in the chat. Anyway, big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to everyone. Let's go here. We've got Boris 72, beyond 72. I can see it's been Liverpool in the first day, drawing away at Arsenal, but also losing to Tamsworth. Please no. If you lose to Tamworth, I don't think there's no saving anyone. Take it easy, Dermo. Coys, big up Gatsy 924. Big up. Is that Juve deal for real? That's all I'm going to say. Let you stew in that for a little while. Maybe. Leicester is in the relegate. Leicester's no, it's not a six. We're not getting relegated. It's not a 6-pointer. Stop getting dramatic. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine by the time we get Leicester. We'll be up that league. We should be able to scrape a win against Hansford. Yeah, I think so again. Knights Republic, great show again, lads. Cool, it's big up. Knights, email us. We'll get you on and we'll get you started. I said the only point, you got to show your face. That's the only thing. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you all for watching. We've had some man numbers here tonight. Really had. Sorry about my rant as well. Oh, the poll. The poll goes. I should have a drum roll. And it's would you start Antonio on Wednesday night? 66% say yes. 33% say no. The poll was completed by 30 voters. It was verified by higher members of this channel, so the vote is correct. I can't bring it up. It's a shame I can't bring these polls up. But guys, thank you so much for watching. And just one thing before we go. I just want to say this to two people, really. So I just want to play this a little bit. Rory Jennings and Jason Sunday, go back to Cardiff because you're both Wallies. You both talk out of shite. You're both, especially you, Mr. Cundy, an ex-Tottenham player that is so disloyal to our club. This Jamie O'Hara has a bit of spunk about him and he supports our club. And you, Rory Jennings, you speak more shite than a little toddler going to the loo. Just wanted to get that off my chest as well. And I'm still waiting to debate Rory Jennings, by the way, if you're watching. Because I would love to debate, because you talk so much shite about Spurs. I want to put you in your place, man. But on that bombshell, I don't know. But on that bombshell, we leave it there. We're back tomorrow, of course, at 8 o'clock with the pre-match show, with the look ahead to the Liverpool game. You get tomorrow, you will get our pre-game thoughts between me and Tequila. Also, you get our predicted lineups as well. Mine and Tequila's predicted lineups are around. And yeah, let us know what you think, guys. And also, if you can, get your predicted lineups over to @JamesMorris10 on X. Please put them there. I will get them there, and then I will put them in the board. And probably from the next Premier League game, if we can get them over, we will rate them. Me and Decatur will rate each, give you out of 10. Something Bobby does on his channel. So we will do it here. Look, it's good fun. It's good fun as well. But guys, thank you all for watching. Come on, you Spurs. Big Ange we trust. We never stop. We will rise. We will win. We are Tottenham Hotspur. Back the team, not the owners.